What's up, guys? Atlas here, back with some more Temtem content today. If you are not aware, Temtem's 1.0, as in they're moving out of early access into just straight up releasing, that will be coming this September. And as like a sort of celebration of that, they have been releasing kind of like this spoiler, like fake spoilery content of what to expect with the 1.0 all week. So yesterday was focusing more on like I guess the in-game content, but today is a focus on competitive scene. So Pokemon people who play Pokemon Showdown might enjoy this update, and I will tell you why specifically in the next couple of minutes. But we're just gonna go through this. This is a nice little rundown. There are some things in this that I like, something in this I don't like, and let's get into it. So first and foremost, like I just said, Temtem Showdown. So if you are not aware, there is a fan-made battle simulator for Pokemon called Pokemon Showdown, where instead of catching and training the Pokemon yourself, you are using them in a battle simulator format. So you just type in a Pokemon, you put its ability, its stats, and its moves, and you keep it moving. So what Temtem is doing is creating their own in-game Pokemon Showdown, which is actually something that the community was just talking about. Like within the past 2 weeks, we were talking about, would the implementation of a fan-made Temtem Showdown invalidate actually getting the game and going through the process of like all this insane amount of time-consuming grinding that you have to do just to get like a full competitive team ready. So with this kind of eliminates that, but they're doing it in like an in-house way to still get you to buy the game. So I think it's very smart because if there ever was a dedicated fan enough to like program all of like Temtem's specific battle stuff, came along and made their own showdown, like I said, it would definitely invalidate actually getting the game, unless you just really wanted to do the story mode. But there are many people who just don't care about that. They just want to get right into battling. So yeah, very smart way to do this. Was not expecting it this soon. I assumed it would be something separate from the game and definitely not available at 1.0. But like I said, the game for many people has been out since like 2018 or 2019. So I guess for them, it's a long time coming. Like them, us, it's been a long time coming. But for new people, it's just something that they can play towards. I'm assuming this is more in-game content as well. But yeah, this will also be merged with the current ladder system, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to see where I read that. Having a battle simulator allow practices the Temtem competitive ladder instantly. Okay. So they don't even with the name, they don't even like acknowledge that where they got this idea directly from was from Smogon's Pokemon Showdown, which I guess they don't have to, but you're like ripping the name from them. I thought that was funny. They just don't even say anything. But yeah, Showdown will be included as part of the game, and usable will be fused with the ranked competitive ladder. You can see that right here. So some people didn't like this, some people don't care, some people do like this. I don't really see an issue. If you've already raised the Tims, you can continue to do so, but now if you want to try something new, especially with all these changes they've been implementing, straight up getting rid of types for some Tim like Mastion, adding new types, getting rid of stuff from move pools, changing stats around, and we're going to talk about that as well. This lets you have more freedom to test out things, I guess, with your battle simulator before you're able to, I guess, commit and actually have a physical version of that in your game, if you so choose, which I like. Let's see, what else is there? Of course, if you're familiar with Pokemon Showdown, a lot of this is like not really important to know. Like, you're able to edit your TVs and your EVs and IVs. So they're just saying you can select the TVs and SVs that you want. Lastly, even though the rank ladder will use showdown teams, you will still be able to participate with your regular squad. You also can't use these showdown teams in your dojo rematches, so you still have to have actual Tims for dojo rematch. And next, they're just talking about their changes to ranked. So they're going to be having a battle pass, and with that battle pass, they will be dividing the ranked format into seasons. They will have balance patches at the end of at the start of each season to maintain the meta. Now, I'm completely fine with that. It's when you get to the balance, their dedicated balance stuff, that I actually have a small issue with. It's a small issue, but I'm hoping it doesn't become a bigger issue down the line, because I can definitely see how it could ruffle some feathers, excuse me. So yeah, they're also gonna hide the TMR, which is basically your ranked amount. I don't really know how to explain it. Like in Temtem, I'm not in Temtem. In Pokemon Showdown, you have what you are on the ladder. So let's just say you're a 1500s player, which I guess is like mid-tier. Then you have your 17, 18, 1900s player. That's considered high ladder. So they'll be hiding that number that you get at the end of each win or loss. You'll still be able to see it in some way, but they're going to be hiding it, I guess, to get rid of the pressure of playing. They'll be making tweaks to the TMR formula. I remember them seeing something about adding a decay. I guess if you don't play a lot, you would decay versus just staying where you are, which is fair. I think that is something that needs to happen. I'm not sure how impactful it will be, because I don't really know who plays on the ladder like that, like every day to but I think this will get people to play more frequently, because you're eliminating the pressure, you're also possibly adding a decay, and you're tweaking the formula in general. And there's going to be ranks and sub-ranks, so no longer visible TMR. So this is kind of like Pokemon Unite. How Pokemon Unite has like different ranks that you go through before you get all the way up to the top. I think that's very interesting. I kind of think that kind of defeats the purpose of you saying there's no pressure, because now people are going to feel pressured to get to specific ranks, but I guess that's with any video game. But they're also adding a legend rank. I guess that's like the top percent of battlers or tamers, whatever. This will have an internal ladder, which you will see your relative place among the other legend players. Okay, so this is like Elite Smash and Smash Bros. Or something like that. For example, the third best player in terms of TMR will be legend number 3. Okay. And they're also adding feathers. Okay, and you might be wondering, okay, so this is a new item apparently that they will speak more about soon, and it will be a new reward for ranked wings along with Pansung. Yep, along with Pansung. And they're going to increase the maximum possible TMR rank. The idea is that the Pansung rewards increase with it too, which is good considering there's literally no good way to consistently raise a lot of money in Temtem. That's been my biggest issue with the game. In the story mode, it hardly gives you any Pansung. Pansung, by the way, I keep talking about it as if people know, but if you don't know, Pansung is the in-game currency. You don't get any Pansung pretty much going through the entire story. People will tell you to save your money. At most, you probably will have 30k by the end of the story, and that's not a lot at all. I'm wildly estimating, because it's been a while since I played. I'm just saying that's how little the payout is. And the only ways to really get money is to time-consuming catch and release with the free Tim method, or dojo rematches, which can only be done once a week, and then of course online battling and winning. So with this increase in winnings, I'm hoping this will help solve that issue. I doubt it though, just because it's still gonna be not as much, and you'll probably be better off doing the other more time-consuming methods just to net more gain. But I digress. They're adding seasonal rewards. So at the end of each season, depending on your performance, you will get some exclusive cosmetic rewards that won't be obtainable any other way. So This is just basically like any old battle pass. If you play enough of it and you do the specific tasks or whatever, you'll get like specific cosmetic items, which I am excited about. But I also hope that they allow you to just straight up buy things, because that's one thing I really want in terms of like cosmetic shopping is just let me buy things. I don't want like this loot box. I'm not saying this is a loot box. This is just optional cosmetic items that you can get from playing the battle pass. But I'm saying in general, I also want to just buy things with real money. um, and finally, they're adding 2 daily and 2 weekly competitive tasks. So if you don't know, you already have weekly not competitive, just weekly tasks you can do. If you go to the mail place in the Kisawa Island, you can do a quest of delivering mail that will net you anything from eggs to rewards to, I think, even some cosmetic items. Yeah. And I think, what is the other daily task you can do? There's the mail people. I don't really remember. I know you can do things weekly, but I don't know about daily. So more daily stuff just to keep people playing. I think that's always a good thing, and they're going to be getting you feathers and pansuns when doing that. So more implementation of this new feather item. I can't wait to find out what that is. And this was where I had the small issue with right here, the dedicated balance team. So up until now, Criminal is basically saying that they've sporadically been having their own people do the balance changes for Temtem, but now they're saying they also want to include some key community members as helpers. And the reason I don't like this is because, I don't know. I think it's fair and valid for people in the community to give their opinion on the state of the meta and how they think they should change it, but to directly be able to have them influence that has the potential to be problematic. And we don't know how that's gonna look right now. I'm very much the pessimist, and I can just see disaster with that. But like I said, the game's not even fully out yet, so we don't know how this is going to affect things. We would realistically have to wait at least a couple months after launch, depending on how these seasons work, to see how this will affect things down the line. There might even be new Temtem added, so who knows how that's going to look. And then Krim is also saying they want to run their own tournaments, so they love seeing community tournaments thrive. We decided it's time to support the scene by creating and organizing our own. So they've hired an esports manager, and a budget to incentivize the tournaments with cash prizes, and a possibility of doing on-site tournaments, but only in Spain where they are located. Now, my opinion on this is, I think it's good, but also I think it's too soon. Like, because you have already a bustling Temtem competitive community. Like, that's no lie. I think they're just about to have a Temtem competitive World Cup, but also, is the scene big enough for esports? That's the question, and I'm excited to see the answer. I just think this is maybe too early of a move, but I'm also very optimistic for this, despite me just saying I was pessimistic earlier. But I'm optimistic to see where this goes. I think esports is a great idea for a game, because you give not only the game longevity, but you also incentivize new people to come onto the scene, because there are people who love esports. They want that esports acclaim, and like I said, it will make people play the game a lot longer as well, depending on how long the support lasts. And they're still in the early stages of designing this, but they have loads of ideas and they're eager to working on them, blah blah blah. Other planned improvements. The TV blender is just basically, you have, like how you have vitamins and stuff in Pokemon to increase stats, you have fruits in this game. And a TV blender just lets you throw those fruits into a blender and give them and give them to one of your Temtem, so that way they can get all those stat boosts in one go versus you manually doing it over and over and over. Let's see. So basically, they're just saying that, and this winner will let you choose a handful of fruits, and you'll be able to preview the resulting TVs. I think that's a great idea. It will save so much time, so much time. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. This is probably one of my favorite of the new changes. It definitely, it just sounds really good. And they're not sure whether to make this on launch day, a launch window, or even later. Whenever you want to add it, Krima, we want it. This is my favorite of the changes. Secondly, they're planning on a system that lets you drop your Tim someplace, pay a fee, and train automatically while they're there. So this sounds like super training, and because when you go to the breeding center, aka like the daycare, that's specifically only for breeding for eggs and stats. So you don't gain levels while you're there, like how you would in Pokemon. If you leave a level 1 Pokemon with something, you come back later, they gain like 30 levels, and they're like level 30, 32 or some shit like that. No, this is just strictly for breeding, but now they're saying they have something for training. I don't think it's going to add any levels to the Temtem if you leave it there, but it's probably just for TVs of TVs of your current Temtem. I'm guessing it has nothing to do with SVs. You still have to breed for SVs, I'm sure, but if you don't have time for training specifically in like the specific places to get specific stats, because that does take a long time, or if you don't have enough money for fruits all the time, this is another option, which I do enjoy. I do enjoy that they're adding more options. They're trying to close the gap of that like quality of life issue that Temtem's really been having, and this is also especially smart to do right before release, because we are like I think like a month and a half away from release. Yeah, it's June now, so like in a month and a half or in some change, we will be at the 1.0 launch. But yeah, so it's the alternative to the breeding center. There is a place dedicated to it already, but it's very far from functional, so they're not even sure if it's going to be in the launch one. I mean, hey, post-game content just gives you more of a reason to come back, so I'm all for it whenever they're able to do it. And then that's it for day 2. See you tomorrow. Some insight on the premium store and Tamer Pass, and that's going to be something I'm excited for because I love cosmetic items. I love my little digital, my pants, my digital shoes, my digital shirt. I don't care. I buy the skins in Paladins. I buy the skins in Street Fighter. I buy the skins in, I'm about to say Overwatch. I don't even play Overwatch. And Pokemon Unite. So yeah, I'm excited for that. But as for the competitive scene that we just talked about, I think the majority of these changes are really good. I'm worried about this community helper thing, but too early to tell how that will affect things. I'm also really excited for Temtem Showdown. Any Pokemon fan who had reservations about Temtem, I think at this point you can put your worries to rest, because not only do you get to enjoy the game is well worth the price. It's very time consuming in terms of its competitive grinding, but I feel like with a lot of the changes that they have been showing off in the past 2 days, this is eliminating a lot of that grinding, and I just think that's amazing. It's amazing. And it seems like they took a lot of feedback and took it to heart, and now they are implementing a lot of new things that will just make quality of life better for both current and new players. So hopefully this also brings in new players, especially players who make Pokemon Showdown content. Because if you aren't aware, and this is where we're going to get into like the little end part of my little rant. Not a rant, but just like me talking. Pokemon Showdown has been rising extremely in popularity. Like videos on Pokemon Showdown back in the day, back when it was Pokemon Online, used to get a good fair amount of views, and then when Pokemon Showdown came around, those views rose. With Sword and Shield, its release and everything, there's been an influx of new players coming to Pokemon Showdown specifically because, as we know, Pokemon itself is like one of the in-game Pokemon Sword and Shield is one of the worst place for competitive 6v6 singles. I guess it's okay for doubles because it's a much quicker format, but well, yeah, for doubles. Yeah, doubles. Doubles is VGC. But in terms of the competitive singles, it's one of the worst because of the battle timer, which it did not have previously in 7th generation Pokemon. And, you know, people just migrated to Pokemon Showdown because it gave them more control over their gameplay experience. And lots of content creators from PokeAim MD, Lord MV, Thunder Blunder, Lord Ravia, Blimax, all these all of these content creators make Pokemon Showdown content, almost daily, and the popularity of that has just, and then also Freeze Eye and Temp 6T. I think that's how you say their name. But yeah, all of these Showdown content, all of these Showdown content creators. Wow, it's early in the morning for me, so sorry if I'm like just all over the place. But yeah, they make content almost daily, weekly, and the popularity of it has just risen since I want to say Pokemon Sword and Shield's release, because even with the DLC and everything, the views and stuff have just been rising. So going back to the esports part, I also think that's really cool, just for the the possibility of sponsorships, because people already get sponsored making Showdown content and stuff, like Joey especially. Um, so I think that would be really cool to see as well, like esports sponsoring of Temtem. But yeah, I don't want to go on too much. I want to make another video dedicated to like what I'm excited for, what I'm worried about, and just specific about all the content, not just about the competitive. But if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a like below. What are you excited about with Temtem's 1.0 launch? What are you excited about with this current competitive scene spoilers and changes that are coming up ahead? Are you excited for Pokemon? Are you excited for Temtem Showdown? Are you excited for the esports thing? And what was the other thing? My favorite part. Are you excited for the TV blender? The TV blender. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited to see this. I cannot wait to see all these changes implemented in the 1.0 launch or post-launch, as it will be for some of the content. And yeah, let me know below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment for the algorithm, and we might be back tomorrow, depending on what the Premium Store and Tamer Pass information will be. But if not, then I will see you guys again next time. Peace.